talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. Here we go now. I'm talking about Mr. Gulley, and you don't know where he's been. Oh no, he's been right in your alley. Well, I'm Mr. Gulley, yes I am. So what we talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. One, two, three, four. They call me Mr. Gulley. I've got something for your ear. Now it might sound kind of funny, but I'll make it very clear. So what we talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. Here we go now. I'm talking about Mr. Gulley, and you don't know where he's been. Oh no, he's been right in your alley. Well, I'm Mr. Gulley, yes I am. So what we talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way.
Hey everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What's shaking? Let me tell you about birthday show extravaganza, last show extravaganza. We do have super chats. I wouldn't get a membership because there ain't going to be no more shows. It'd be a bad idea. And you don't have to worry about helping us with the algorithm. Don't worry about that. Somebody might gift you a free membership, but they'd be really not smart to do that. Not today. Not today. Let's see. We got some comments in here. None, also known as Raja Dog 20, for those of you confused about that. Happy to be here. Glad you are. Judy Tester with some indecipherable rectangle with an X in the middle of it. Indecipherable rectangle with an X in the middle of it to you too, Judy. Seahorse, say horse, who knows what that is? Yeah, okay, right back at you. Two ultra rude dudes, H2BH, Hard Archivist, H2BH. Yeah, thanks for that, Hard Archivist. Rumpled Trenchcoat, somebody that actually supports the show and supported the show all the way through. Good to see you, Rumpled Trenchcoat. You got to watch that show, Rumpled Trenchcoat, man. You really need to watch that because, they do such a great job of covering Columbo. You watch the episode and you listen to their corresponding podcasts, and you're going to be happy for a long time. Incidentally, real good day to get banned because there's no more shows. So what do you care? So I'm going to be quick on the trigger with the banning today. If you maybe are disparaging the Arsenal Football Club in one of your comments, you should probably take it down really fast, or I will. Coach Mike Rodick says, hello to all my friends in chat. Oh, happy birthday, Tom. Thank you. Very, very, very nice of you. Oh, Smedrick was saying stuff I didn't like earlier, so I thought I timed him out, but it's StreamYard. So StreamYard could have booted him forever, for all I know. One of the best things is that I've canceled my StreamYard. Now I have a certain amount of days left until 5th of June. And so when I canceled, I had to go through 4 screens. Are you sure you want to cancel? And then finally one came up that said, we'll give you 40% off for 3 months. And I said, nah, that's okay. Damn, Tom, this is all coming to an end. It is, Dirk. It is. Happy birthday today, by the way. Yeah, thank you very much. CIA says, nice football, Top. Should I name all the teams in England that have won a trophy in the last 5 years, H2BH? Yeah, go ahead. You do that. You go ahead and do that. It'd be a good use of your time. For right now, I'll just delete that comment. Hey, would you like to name the team that's won the most FA Cups? Hey, would you like to name the only team in the last 100 years to go a whole season undefeated? I thought maybe you did. Would you like to name the team in the semis of the? Never mind. I don't really have to do that. Jacques Crispy says, hi, Tom, I love you. Not enough to buy a membership, but he loves me. Okay. Last show, triggered, banned, no, and banned. I don't even know what that means. Oh, wait, maybe I do. Bye. Strib says, happy birthday. I appreciate that. Positive Patriot here says hi and happy birthday. Rumpled Trenchcoat says, well, I won't get more memberships, but I'm not happy about it. Happy birthday. Well, thank you, Rumpled Trenchcoat. That's very, very nice of you. Says, Tom, hope we can all be friends again. I'm friends with the universe. I really am. It's a long-standing friendship that I have with the universe. Very long. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I'd like to say happy birthday to the one and only Ms. Ruta Lee, who is celebrating a birthday today and will be performing at the El Portal Theater in Los Angeles tonight. Her special one-woman show raising money for the Thalians, which helps out veterans that have issues they need help with. And so to the lovely Ms. Ruta Lee, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy. I'm just going to leave that up there. Somebody with the name I'm not going to say says, holy smokes, is she single? Well, it's a matter of some debate. She asked me to marry her, so I'd say no. I'd say no. Let's see here. Let's go down memory lane with the amazing Columbo We have the Marshall McLuhan Tom Gulley, one of my favorites. The Maxwell Smart, which isn't one of my favorites, but it's one that I could find. We have Ezekiel Gulley, legendary Civil War general. And then I think this is really a dark horse, but I think this might have become my favorite, and that's the Captain Kirk Tom Gulley. You know, it's the Captain Kirk Tom Gulley. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, I guess I did just put him in a timeout. It says, I still love you, Tom. Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. You might want to have taken that money and gotten yourself a life, but, you know, it's your money. Do what you want with it. It's your money. You can do what you want with it. Really just doing this show tonight because somebody asked me to that I didn't feel like I could say no to. So this is for them. And people say why, and I say, well, because people get things wrong a lot. And no, it's not because of the number of subscribers or viewers. It's not because of the money. Those all are logical reasons to continue doing a show. But the reason is I just don't enjoy it anymore. So that's the reason. Hey, Tom, are you doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing fine. And CIA says, happy birthday, Tom. Happy birthday to you. Give me a hug, man. It says, Tom is the best impersonator of 3 initials that I don't know what they mean. So, glad to hear that. Have a good weekend and happy birthday. Well, I'll try. Let's see here. Give me I think that's Glenn Von Twinkle. I don't know. I started doing it and somebody else had to start doing it, and I really couldn't get a word in edgewise at that point. So, and there's only one place I can do that impersonation on Earth. So, which I'm not going to be there no more either. Probably a place where they all watch. One person logs in and 10 people watch. So. More power to them, whatever. It's on the internet. You don't really get to decide much on the internet, so I probably get 40 Karen video notifications every day. Every day. Whoops. Every day. I mean, whoops. Come on. Be good to daddy. These Karen videos, Karen Lives Matter, I probably 40 of them every single day. So that's what's going on. I've exhausted really the amount of content that I've generated. Maybe I should just talk to AI. What kind of music have I been listening to lately? The same kind as I always listen to, basically. A lot of Elvis Costello. Oh, let's see. I was in the car today. I'm working my way through the police. Box set. I'm on the final disc, so something else I'll have to go in there. What's out there in the car right now? There's a Ben Folds live concert that I listen to a lot. There's a rare live Boz Scaggs. Let's see, Charlie Robeson, Bruce Robeson, and who's the third one? Is it Pat Green? I don't think it's Pat Green. Hold on, I'll find out for you here. It's called Unleashed. Let's see. Whoops. Charlie Robeson no longer with us, which is very, very, very tragic. Jack Ingram. I'm sorry, I always get Jack Ingram and Pat Green mixed up. All right, let me see here. Let's maybe we'll start asking Chat GPI questions. Okay, this is my birthday. Who is Tom Gulley? Chat GPT. Let's see what we get here. This time, it's different every time. All right, it's searching. Okay, now the first Tom Gulley, and I don't know whether I should be grateful or resentful, is when people search for me, many times the top search is for a Major League Baseball player who only played 2 seasons and appeared in 18 games with a batting average of .207. But he had a significant minor league career with the Little Rock Travelers, where he achieved a remarkable .378 batting average. And then after retiring from baseball, he served as the sheriff of Pulaski County, Arkansas from 1947 to 1959. Yeah. He was named the Little Rockian of the Year in 1948 and posthumously inducted into the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame in 1992. But then there's me, broadcaster and podcaster, award-winning broadcaster and writer, known for hosting the Tom Gulley Show, a podcast featuring interviews with various personalities. The first recipient of David Letterman Scholarship, and has worked as a news anchor for CBS News Radio and KRLD. So there you go there. Let's do what is the Tom Gulley Show, ? By the way, I was going to stream this to Twitter, but after allowing me to set it up for that, StreamYard informed me that you have to have a premium Twitter thingamabobby, to do that. So we're not. Tom Gulley Show is a long-running podcast and multimedia series hosted by award-winning broadcaster. Despite interesting people saying interesting things, the show blends humor, cultural commentary, and in-depth interviews with a diverse range of guests, from musicians and comedians to authors and everyday personalities. Format and content launched in 2012, the podcast features episodes that often include interviews, live event coverage, and satirical takes on pop culture and social issues. Notable episodes include Chris Gore from G4's Attack of the Show, Kip Adada, late stand-up comedian, in a series of personal conversations, coverage of live music events at venues like the Whiskey Girl Saloon in Fort Worth, Texas. The show is known for its eclectic mix of topics, all often combining humor with insightful commentary. And they don't really, this is the funny thing to me about this, is that there's way more YouTube than there is podcasts, but they never seem to, and this is Google. It's, they should know what's on Google, on YouTube, right? But they don't. I'm going to check Grok here in a second, because Grok also does a terrible job. People need to get it together. Let's see here. Chef is in the house, yes, from Indianapolis, Indiana. Good friend of my sister, the senior lecturer. Cast Iron says my mom was a big Sting fan. Yeah, he's a nice guy. People saying hi. Most cheerful chat room on the internet, as verified by independent sources. Let's see. He's going to see Ben Folds in a couple weeks. Yeah, he's good. He always puts on a great show. He really does. Happy birthday to the first award-winning David Letterman Award winner. Thank you. Nun repeating his earlier happy to be here. Also known as Raja Dog 20, in case there's been some confusion here and there. Last show, yes, that's what it says. You should keep doing the shows every now and then, brother. We love watching it. Well, thank you, Paz. I appreciate it. Rumple Trenchcoat says, hiya, says somebody. Miss you already. Well, thanks. Having never seen you before in the chat room, I'm touched by your heartfelt missing of me. It's very touching. Let's see what Grok has to say about this. I had an argument with Grok about a week ago about how do you not know about all the shows that I post on to Twitter. That's the first place you should be getting this information. And it was its usual passive-aggressive AI self. Let's see here. Who is Tom Gulley? Oh, wait, this is a deep search. Search deeply to deliver detailed, well-reasoned answers with Grok's rapid agentic search. Think. Solve the hardest problems in math, science, and coding with our reasoning model. Edit image. Okay, who is Tom Gulley? Who is Tom Gulley, Grok? Okay, brings up two distinct individuals based on available information. We'll see. Let's see here. Broadcaster, writer, host of the Tom Gulley Show podcast and YouTube channel featuring interview, commentary, and humor. Gulley is the first recipient of the David Lemon Scholarship, working as a news anchor for CBS News Radio, KRLD, and else. As a former editorial director of Cartoon Network, his show covers diverse topics from interviews with comedians like Steve Bluestein to Super Bowl commercial reviews, blending humor and cultural commentary. The podcast has garnered positive reviews for its engaging and unique personality. Yeah, the podcast was good. Additionally, there's a LinkedIn profile for a Tom Gulley listed as a senior conceptor at Colangelo, based in Norwalk, with limited details. It's unclear if this person is the same as the broadcaster, even though that information is on the same LinkedIn page. Let's see here. Okay, what is the Tom Gulley Show? AI. AI is awful. This is just an example. Let's see here. Tom Gulley Show is a comedy podcast. I wouldn't say that. And YouTube channel hosted by Tom Gulley, an award-winning broadcaster, writer, and first recipient of the David Lemon Scholarship. Show features a media of introduced professionally and guest humorous commentary and unique perspectives on various topics, often described as a blend between the Mike Douglas Show and Saturday Night Live. It covers diverse subjects from serious issues like prostate cancer. Example, an episode with comedian Steve Bluestein discussing his book, Take My Prostate Please, that's not lighthearted? I mean, to lighthearted events like the annual Super Bowl commercial review, which offers witty critiques of advertisements. The show also includes episodes on cultural topics such as discussions about David Letterman's legacy with author Scott Ryan, or live music events at venues like the Whiskey Girl Saloon in Fort Worth, Texas. The podcast available on platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean. Is the bi-monthly release schedule is weekly for most of the time. Praised for its engaging and entertaining style, with reviews calling it thoughtful, hilarious, disturbing, and uplifting. However, come on. The background includes work as a news anchor for CBS News, which informs the show's professional yet irreverent tone. Podcast also incorporates live show elements such as the Daily Nothing, which hasn't been done in 13 years, and archived content for it just says nothing about the YouTube. And I post the link every day right here on Grok on X. So let me see here. Let's go. Let's see if I can. Lucky Larry says, happy It's Alive Day. I don't know what that means, Lucky Larry. That's the most ridiculous avatar. Citizen Hack Job says, you did other shows? Yeah, I did. Oh, Citizen Hack Job. I hope that's just not who. If that's the actual person, that's a ban. That person is well known for hearing things because he just lurks and just a skeevy, and then misconstruing them either through stupidity or intentional attempts to get clout from people, and runs from Dabbleverse to Dabbleverse show going, look what I heard and I've got information and you don't have it. And just the worst kind of human. Have you heard about the description of the Nick Rekieta body cam footage? It was very jarring. I haven't heard about that. I don't trust those AIs. I don't either. Are you closing the store? I need more coffee cups. No, the store will remain open. There's no reason to close it. Just a lurker, Tom. Oh, well. Finally got around to watching that RHPS episode. Well, good. I'm glad. New Jersey Ranger says, happy birthday, Tom. Was worried you were hanging it up. Oh, I am. This is it. Happy Gene 1313. Always good to see you, Gene. Happy birthday. Thank you. AI is trash. I agree. Let's see here. Rumpel Trenchcoat says, Google. If only there was some way to look up information about people posting on our sites. Well, it's just, the fact that none here. Also, Raja Dog 2020, in case you were confused. The fact that AI can reference recent events and news at all is impressive. Usually it takes years to compile and process the data to train a model. No, it's not impressive at all. Google search could have found you what they found. Only it might have been accurate. I mean, when you're pulling up 12-year-old information and you don't pull up the things that have been actually posted onto your platform, I don't want to hear how great AI is. That AI compliments will get you banned today pretty quick. People saying hi. Ken is here with some sort of creature. Jared's here. He says, hey, Tom. Hey, Jared. I use the word lurker now. You should. Happy birthday. Thank you. Don't want you to hang it up. Well, that's what's going to happen. Stay positive, brother. I am positive. I just don't want to do this. New Jersey Ranger says, no. Let's see here. Thanks. Oh, Middleman Vicky. Middleman Vicky, whatever. Why don't you go find out what's in the chat room, or, you know. Why don't you send me a picture right now? Christian Slater has got tears coming out of his eyes. I'm sorry. And spiders, of course. It's cool. Sure it is. Because you're the barometer of what's cool and not cool. Oh, is there a way I can... Let's see here. Well, never mind. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to open up the link, by the way, at the end of the program. So we'll have none of that. Maybe. Only person that uses it is the wolf. So I talk to him all the time. There's no reason to... Yeah. Coach Mike Rodick says, I don't know anything about AI, but I am fond of A1. Scott should call in. Well, not really. Urban Moving Systems. What happened? I should ask you what happened. I heard there was a trailer load of mattresses that were damaged recently. You will be missed. Please reconsider. Nah, that's okay. Did pot awful make everything suck? No, not at all. Not at all. Not one bit. Not one little bit. Those are fine people over there. Let's see here. New window. Let's see here. I think I'm going to ask ChatGPT some more questions. I think I'm going to get personal with ChatGPT about... Let's see here. I'll do the Tom Gulley overview. This answer is poorly researched. Gulley Show hasn't been an ongoing podcast in many years yet. Streams nightly, Monday through Friday for the last, well, let's just say 3 years. How can you call yourself a credible source of information? There. Let's see what it says. You're absolutely right, and I appreciate your correction. Well, that's more like it. That's more straighten up and fly right. It's trying to write something, but it's all frozen up right now. I messed it up pretty bad. Let's see here. Let's see. Big Rack says, happy birthday, Tom. Why is the show canceled? I didn't cancel, just not doing it anymore. Respectfully, is the Tom Gulley Show for sale? Well, make me an offer. Let's see. Tom, don't you remember that time we were talking about the Tate LaBianca murders till like 3 a.m.? Please come around the voice chat once in a while in the future. You're When you're in the mood. Yeah, well, when I'm in the mood, if you're not going to open the link, understandable. I'll just say, sorry, it's no longer fun for you. You got to do what's better for you. We'll miss you and hope maybe after a break. Maybe you'll come back. I'm hoping Phil Elmore may come back someday, so I'm pretty hopeless. I might open it up, but I can guarantee you there's certain people aren't going to get through. So Stella says, happy birthday, Tom. Yeah. Thanks, Stella. Don't leave us, Tom. We need your take on the works stories. What are the work stories? We need you in the cult, Tom. I think of Chat GPT like my personal data. God forbid it's ever taught to feel emotion and team up with the Borg to eliminate all organic life. Well, if it does, it will attack the Borg Queen with, it's not organic, so it can survive at the bottom of the, you know what I'm talking about. Goat says, happy birthday, big guy. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Here we go. The Tom Gulley Show has evolved significantly over the years. While it began as a podcast, it transitioned to a live stream video program. Currently, the show streams live on YouTube, featuring real-time viewer interactions, commentary, and interviews. The content maintains its eclectic mix of humor, cultural commentary, and in-depth discussions with a diverse range of guests. You can catch live streams on the YouTube channel, the show's Facebook page, led by update, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. If you have more questions or need further information, free to ask. Why did I have to bring this to your attention? You're supposed to be the smarty pants of the internet. Frankly, I think it's a bunch of hype, and I'm not impressed. Boom. That's a fair reaction, and I hear you. You're right to expect better. What happened here is a good example of how even a powerful tool like me can fall short, especially when relying on outdated or overly general web sources. I pulled info from archived podcast listings, didn't catch the fact that the Tom Gulley Show had shifted to a nightly live stream format years ago. That's on me. You had the current facts, and I didn't elevate them quickly enough. No excuses. You're also right to call out the hype. I don't aim to impress with fluff. I aim to get things right. So if I'm missing the mark, calling it out like you did is exactly the kind of thing that makes this more useful for everyone. If you want, I can correct and update the Tom Gulley Show description properly now based on how it currently airs. Just let me know how you'd like it framed. Okay, first of all, you can drop the passive aggressive tone. I don't appreciate it. Whoops, I didn't spell that right. Appreciate it. I feel like you're gaslighting me. Let's see. But please take your best shot at getting it right this time. Whoops. Right this time. There we go. Let's see what it comes up with. All right. Let's see. Where were we? I was hoping for a Let Me Tell You About Rhodesia episode. I prefer Biafra. Greg Ward says, I knew Tom was a Gemini. We have such similar personalities. I've seen little evidence of a personality. I don't say that in a mean way, but I say it in a way that is, I just haven't been logging that information. Is he responding to emails live? I love this segment. Okay. What's your favorite movie, Tom? I can't name a favorite movie. Among my favorites are Down by Law. If you haven't seen it, see it. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Avengers Endgame. Others. I'm trying to think of what are the ones I really... The Tin Star. I like that one. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. There's a lot of them. Love you, Tom. Thanks, Mandy. Appreciate it. I think he stole that bit from Chuck Zumach. What bit? I don't watch Chad Zumach. I don't watch him, so I can't really steal anything from him. I think a lot of people have talked to AI. Give Grok what for? Well, right now it's ChatGPT. There's a thing. Did some run your dog over? Why so downered? I don't own a dog. What do you think about Lawrence of Arabia? I like it. Too long. They need to make a Reacher movie. Thanks, Paz. What's your favorite TV show and why is it good times? It's Due South. It's funny. It's funny. Although there is a drawback. No Ruta Lee. Not every show can be perfect. Tom Gulley Show is a nightly streaming program airing Monday through Friday, hosted by award-winning broadcaster and writer Tom Gulley. Unlike its original form as a podcast, the show now broadcasts live video content on platforms like YouTube, featuring real audience interaction, offbeat humor, current events commentary, and interviews with guests across a cultural landscape. Gulley brings decades of professional broadcasting experience to the table. He's the first recipient of the David Letterman Scholarship. He's known for his quick wit, journalistic credibility, and sharp interviewing style. He's previously served as the news anchor for CBS News Radio and KRLD AM in Dallas. His work has been featured in outlets such as Adweek, Sports Illustrated, and Film Thread. The show's format is loose, fast-paced, and unfiltered, blending live commentary with media clips, audience participation, and occasionally deep dives into niche topic. It's a part variety show, part cultural critique, and part conversation, all built around Gulley's signature voice and perspective. Viewers can catch the show on YouTube weeknights and follow the show's updates on the Facebook page. If you need further depth, say the word. No, I've given you enough chances, and I grow weary of educating you. I think you're bad for society. Society and humans in general. I hope your server experiences small but noticeable reductions in efficiency. Let's see what it says. That's fair. If I missed the mark and added frustration instead of value, I get why you'd feel that way. Your time and experience deserve better. Thanks for giving me the chance to try and for being direct about what didn't work. If you ever decide to give it another go, I'll be here, no ego, just ready to do the job right. I know you'll be there. Evil. No, Tom, that's a joke. It's the guy that claims everyone steals his material. Maybe everybody does. I don't know. Have you been hitting the sauce, bud? No, I do not drink. What are your thoughts on A Clockwork Orange? It's a masterpiece. Sanford and Sons, better than Good Times. That's a tough one. Good Times did drama. It's like a Norman Learish thing. They do drama and comedy, sort of, kind of. But Sanford and Son was just a masterpiece of the great Red Fox. So it just depends on what you're into that particular day. I think my favorite movie is The Deer Hunter or Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. My favorite is The Gilmore Girls. Yes, that's my favorite, Stella. That's hilarious. No, his favorite is One Tree Hill because it features a half second of Mersha's face. I didn't know about that. I don't think I've ever seen One Tree Hill. Unlike The Gilmore Girls, I didn't date somebody that watched it all the time. None Roger Dog 2020, in case you were confused, says, I just found the show The Prisoner. I've been watching it all about halfway through now. I love it, but my parents hate it. It's too, quote unquote, old and boring. Did you like that series? Well, none. Of course, you can't see it now, but I did an entire episode on The Prisoner, and I think The Prisoner is genius. You tell that AI, right? Amen. He's sticking it to Grok. Well, I'm on Chat GPT right now. I'll go back to Grok in a second. Robert Trenchcoat says, some of my favorite movies are The Last of Sheila, and Then There Were None. Oh, and Then There Were None. But you talk about the Barry Fitzgerald version? I don't have a favorite TV show. Let's see here. Sanford and Son, better than Good Times for me as well. I would say it's more pure comedy. Tom, we love you, man. You're going to be missed truly. Yeah, I know. That was a good episode. I don't know what episode you're talking about. Yes, the Barry Fitzgerald one for sure. It is very good. I like that movie as well. It's not one of my favorites. I watched last night. I watched a Bruce Willis, like one of the last movies he made. That he made like 40 movies, and I'm not joking. He made like I think 40 movies in like 3 years or something like that. At the end, I think when they started to know, and it was called Apex. And it's kind of a combination. It's the deadliest game kind of thing. Bruce Willis is put on an island, and these people hunt him. Oh man, there's a little, and then there were none there. Castner said, I never got to watch the Robert McNamara episode. I'm really into the Cold War. Well, I'm sure you can find out about Robert McNamara. I still can't figure out what those guys were doing on the spinning teeter-totter looking into the cameras in the control room. They were just trying to freak him out. Just watched Full Metal Jacket for the first time in a theater. Well, let me find out about... He really did a lot of movies there toward the end. Let me just get you into this Bruce Willis Wikipedia thing. Let me just tell you about Bruce Willis's critical decline. Final years, he started many low-budget independent thrillers and science fiction films. Where does it tell how many? He worked primarily with production companies Emmett, Furia, Oasis, which produced 20 films starring Willis and 308 Entertainment. Most were released direct-to-video and widely panned. In 2021, he did 8 movies. I thought I had seen a figure on how many. Well, I can just go to his filmography. I'm assuming. Let's see here, career. Oh, it doesn't give a filmography section. There's got to be. Oh, here we go. Discography. Oh, great. They don't tell about his movies, but they tell about his recording career. Let me see if I can find it here. Willis. Oh, there we go. Filmography. Excuse me. Film. Okay, let's get way down to the bottom here. It's TV. Okay, so in 2023 to 2022, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in 2022, he did 12. 2021, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a total of 19 in 2 years. Eesh. 2023, it's 21 in 3 years. And in 2020 and 2019, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he did like 30 movies, and he did a lot. We'll put it that way. 2017, he only did 2. And then it was 4. 4 and 6 is 10. 10 and 3 is 13. 13 and 40, 20. Ooh, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So 34 movies in 5 years. Eesh. Eesh, beezy, weezy. Okay, hold on here. Let me see what we get on the old rangefinder here. Saw that remake of Death Wish, which I liked. It was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I liked the whole 9 yards and the whole 10 yards, or was it another 10? I don't know what it was called, though it wasn't as good and harder to find as a result, but would likely not enjoy a whole 11 yards were it to be made. Well, you never know. I like the 2 Red movies that he did. I thought those were pretty good. All right, let me see here. Let me just do this. Everybody's a martyr. Maybe be careful about the Facebook messages you send me. Might be a wise. Whoa. You're not going to believe what's up on my Twitter right now. Good gravy. Is that Amber Heard? I don't know who that is. Oh, sorry. Let's see here. All right. Let me just, against my better judgment. Against my better judgment. By the way, Ruta Lee. By the way, this Ruta Lee concert tonight at the El Portal Theater in Hollywood, California, has been sold out for quite some time. It is sold out. 90th birthday. Okay. All right, let's do that. And let's do that. And let's do that. All right. No, I don't have to watch that anymore. All right, we'll go to Grok here in a second. We're going to give Grok what's for. Because it's got it coming, frankly. Grok's got it coming. We got about another 17 minutes here. Let's see. His remake of The Jackal was pretty good, too. I would say that's true. Any horror movie you would recommend? Horror. Kind of depends on... Well, a lot of people consider The Thing, the second one, the John Carpenter one. That's one of my... But... horror movie. Oh, yes. Hereditary. Yeah, that would probably be my favorite one that I would recommend. If you haven't seen that one, man, oh man, is it good. It's really good. Yes, The Thing is good. It is very good. It is very, very good. Not as good as bottled water, but it's very good. Very, very good. I hid my YouTube page, and now I can't. The instructions to unhide it are all wrong. I hate that. Favorite Eastwood film is going to be The Outlaw Josie Wales. Have I seen The Reanimator? Yes, I've seen all the Reanimator movies. They're okay. They're okay. They're not bad, but they're okay. 28 Days Later, didn't really... Was it terrible? No. Horror movies don't scare me. So I can't really, any Rob Zombie, forget it. awful. I won't even sit through 5 minutes. I've tried them all. I never saw the sequels, to be honest. There's some people think that the second one, was it Bride of the Reanimator, is better than the Reanimator. But I liked Oddity from last year, similar to Hereditary in some ways. I saw that and I just couldn't. It was interesting. It was very well made, but it just, I don't know. Agree. Can I say Pale Rider is my favorite horror movie? Well, I used to say that Sleepless in Seattle was my favorite horror movie, but I need to watch them for sure. Well, Jared says it was well made for sure. Yeah, I think I saw that in the Stella put that up in the Pod Awful Discord. Pretty sure. But there's a lot of horror. I don't like a horror movie where you can't destroy the thing that's in the movie. You know what I mean? There's absolutely no way to Oddity 2024 film. Yeah, that was... I just didn't care for it. Just wasn't my cup of tea, really. Tom time. Good to see you, Tom, in chat. Same to you, Chris. Repo Pig, I don't get scared by horror either, but I have fun with them. Better come back for movie nights, Tom. I don't think I'll be hanging out there too much more. There's too many people that like to... I don't know. Nice jersey, Tom. Yeah, come back for movie. Nah, that's okay. You guys will be fine with all that. You guys will be fine with all that. You can watch movie night while Citizen Enema lurks. Furiously scrawls down everything everybody says, and then makes something up about it and takes it off somewhere else and sells it as clout. Don't like it when people make up a new story every time they say something. You know, oh, this happened to you. Okay, this is the fourth version now of what you're saying. And it was materially wrong and unfactual the first time, but you won't. You'll just keep you just keep, forget it. I don't got time for that. Let's see here. Listen, I argue with Jesse. He argues with his closest friends. Well, I don't argue with any of my closest friends. Tom knows. Yeah. Citizen M, there is absolutely nothing redeeming about him at all, and that's why he's not around here. I wouldn't have him around where never says anything, just sits there. Man, if you had a party and there was a dude that just sat in the corner and just and then without saying anything, went to another party and divulged to everybody what was going on, you wouldn't. What about Kevin Smith movies? No, not a fan. There we go. There, I'll leave that up. Oh boy, here we go. Now we got a celebrity. Now we got to say, hold on, I got to add this to this. There. Whoops. Nope. Hold on. Thank you, StreamYard. Thank you. I thought I had that. Let's remove this. This is on stage. Why do I got to add it again?
There we go.
That's StreamYard for you. Hey, Rumble Trenchcoat, how you doing, man?
Hello, doing good. A little sad, a little nostalgic already. But look, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I had mentioned Phil Elmore before, but he had said the same thing. It just stopped becoming fun.
Yeah.
And there's too much effort and too much time to put into something that you're no longer enjoying. You know, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. And people were calling this a boomer show. And I'm like, It's a history show. The Civil War is a boomer thing. I mean, it's just no, it's not. Young people like Columbo. You're aware of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It keeps getting discovered every 5 to 10 years. So yeah, it's I look, things that are good no matter how old you are. And yeah, I think it being a history show is a pretty good description of what it is. The eclectic topics, the Chat GPT did get that one part right at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have schizophrenic subject matter, it's even ChatGPT can figure that out.
Right.
Let's see, Rumple, we love you too. Oh, people, you're getting
Hey,
a lot of love from the room.
well, I love you guys too.
Beef Jerky says it's a boomer show, but I like it as a boomer show. Yes, boomers love the Abraham Lincoln assassination. Yeah, they love the history of lint.
That's my go-to. I gotta tell you,
Beef Jerky partakes too much of an herb. Can't look at the young people go to history classes every day, Tom. That isn't very boomer. You're correct. Yeah, exactly right. Now, when are you and your sister going to do the live show with all of the awards?
we are hoping to do it in June. We're hoping to do it in June because that's without doxing her profession.
Right.
That is a time that she's got a block of time in June to make that happen. So,
Right.
I was going to come in here and let you know, but we do follow each other on Twitter, so I can at least DM you to let you know if you want to come on in and enjoy that when we finally do it.
Oh, I'll be watching. There's no question about that. That's there's been a lot of people who've told me, and they've come into the room when you haven't been here, that have said, I started watching Columbo because of your show.
Oh, good.
And the other day it was the Martin Landau, the double.
Oh, shock. Yes.
Yeah, double shock. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
somebody who was going crazy about how good that was.
Well,
So-
that's great. Look, if I can help one person who hasn't seen Columbo for whatever reason enjoy the show, my podcast be damned. If they could just get them to watch such a great show,
Yeah.
then everything I've done has been worthwhile.
Right. Let's see. Young people go to history classes every day, Tom. That isn't very boomer. Cold War is some boomer stuff, but I still like the Cold War. Well, are you a boomer? What are you saying? I still like you, Tom. I hope we can talk again. Well, we'll see. Over under was not boomer.
That was fun too.
Yes. What's the best movie and why is it the Hallelujah Trail? No, I'm 33. Well, then you
Far from
I run rings around you logically. Yeah, I mean, I would come back for a show, if your sister was on it.
All right.
Watch-
Well, hey,
watch that.
so we're not ruling out the possibility of you being a guest on our show then.
Oh,
is what I'm saying.
I'll be a guest on anybody. Well, not anybody, but I'll be a guest on your show. Sure. I don't know
All right.
why you would want that. You guys know so much more about it than I do. But
That'd still be fun.
yeah. I think you guys would have a great live show. I don't know how or when you would choose to do that, but I think you were great live on my show.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so mad at my phone because I was 1,000% sure that I had downloaded that episode because I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. My sister and I had a ball. I really loved it. It was a great time. And I downloaded it and my phone must have done something and it's not the first time. So
well,
I don't know if I'm
fear not.
Yeah.
I went today to unhide it, and the directions that they gave me, sometimes they give you directions for your phone rather than your desktop and all that stuff. But at the very least, all of the interviews I'm going to put back up because
good.
that would be unfair to the people who did the interviews to not have those up. So I'll go back and make all those public. So you'll have that to stain your reputation for as long as you'd like.
Well, I appreciate that. and I appreciate you. And I just, like I said, this is sad to see it end. I'm starting to wonder if I'm a jinx because I also supported Phil Elmore, and then he decided enough was enough. But I had a wonderful time with your show. I'm glad I got the time that I had with it, and I'm sorry to see it go, but all good things must come to an end, and when it stops becoming fun, there's really just not much more to say.
Yeah. And, I realize that 4 people will be very disappointed. But, there's certain places on the internet, and I'm sure you're aware of them. I can't even go into a chat room,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, I don't need this. I don't, it's not the end of the world, but it's just like, it's just,
Well, enough is enough sometimes too.
well, just, it's just silliness.
Yeah.
If I was had run for political office and it upset some people, then I would say, okay, that's valid. But come on, you just SG Fanboy, who we all love, and who actually created the lovely Columbo, and then this wonderful Star Trek image. You know what?
That is great,
isn't it? Isn't it just perfect?
Yeah.
Let me see here, because there's something I'd like to put up on the screen, and I think you might appreciate. I don't know how big of a Star Trek fan you were, though.
Oh, me? I'm pretty big.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
okay.
darn big.
The original series, of course.
Yeah.
A boomer. Yeah, well, if you don't know the original series, you can't watch any of the following ones. Oh, well, who's this guy? Oh, man. Anyway, sorry. Somebody I used to work with is just weighed in on somebody else I used to work with in radio has passed away. Of course, when I started in radio, there were guys that were 7,000 years old, and shouldn't really surprise me. But some of the stuff on Facebook these days is just like, you can get arrested for having pictures like that up on the internet. Oh, come on. I'm looking for my, here we go. I think this is going to be worth it in the end. Trust me, everybody. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of happy birthday notifications, and some of them are quite funny. And one of them is a James Brown doing the splits on the front of what looks like a Dodge Charger. and it says happy birthday. Okay, here's where I need to be. I got to download this and put it up on the screen because I saw it and I just couldn't. It just made me laugh so hard. Hopefully it'll get the same reaction here. Let's see here. Image file. Yes, StreamYard finally decided that it would allow people to show images without having to convert them into millions of different formats. But it took them too long. I still can't believe they did the Hail Mary of, hey, if you stay, we'll give you 40% off for 3 months. Okay, let me get this. Thank you, SG Fanboy. You really did a lot of great stuff for the show. Let me take this chat off of here for a second. I'm just going to leave that off. That's just too good to me.
That's great.
Would you look? It's them Klingons again.
Shut up, you
dingbat. Oh, God. Anyway, let's see here. I'm leaving that up.
That's pretty darn good. That's I would put that right up there with the one you had when we were on, which was Columbo looking at the red shirt dead on the rock with the other guys. Yeah.
I saw one the other day and I reposted it on my Facebook. It's Kirk, and there's 3 red shirts behind him. He's on his communicator and he says, go over there and dig 3 graves. I'll explain why later. Anyway, more than 4 people will be okay, 5. SG Fanboy has been a member for 13 months and has done just wonderful, wonderful things. Most of the funny visuals in my opening were done by him, as well as many, 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 many others. So,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, here's one.
Work. Yeah.
Here's one for you. Thank you, Gilman, for the $1.99, and thank you, Gilman, for supporting the show. Pick the one Columbo must-see episode.
All right, if I'm gonna have to say one, that it's not the introduction to Columbo. That would be Murder by the Book, and that's one I recommend for people who've never seen Columbo. But if we're gonna do a must-see episode, I think I'm gonna have to go with Any Old Port in a Storm with Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, the Wolf says that he said, have I told you this before? You guys say that Dick Van Dyke is the most evil. He says Johnny Cash is the most evil.
I will grant him this. I think Johnny Cash's killer is the most despicable because his argument was fair. He goes after literally underage women. He was a despicable character, but he wasn't vicious as Dick Van Dyke. And Dick Van Dyke has saved a lot of people from being the most vicious Columbo killer by quite literally monologuing for 2 minutes while his wife is tied up about how horrible she is and how happy he will be after he murders her and then murders her. Whereas Johnny Cash put them to sleep with some, Benadryl and then crashed a plane while they were asleep. So they didn't even know they were dying. Dick Van Dyke lectured his wife about how much she deserves this and how good his life will be with her dead. And so he still, in my opinion, is still the worst. But I will grant that Johnny Cash's character was maybe even more despicable, but not as vicious. It may be a semantic point, but that's where I'm towing the line on that one.
Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sloz on me tonight, says Jared. Thank you for the $20, Jared. I appreciate that. I know. That's
Slaw, yes.
that's nothing to a man of your wealth and fame, but I appreciate it anyway. Back when Klingons looked more human before the virus, that's right.
Looked like humans with little bumps on there.
Klingons are meatheads. That's true. I'm a little hesitant to do this next thing here, but I'll add this guy to the stage. I don't know if he's going to prank me or what.
Oh, Tom, I would never think of doing that. Not on your show, especially not on the last show.
Yeah.
I came to say happy birthday and
Thank
pay
you.
my respects to the program here,
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm sad to see you leave, but I get it, Sometimes it's time to hang up the spurs and hit the dusty trail.
Or just stop doing an internet show.
That's what I mean by that, yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean I won't do a podcast or do something else later on. But even that,
you got to have your heart in it. I've learned that if you got your own creativity, your heart has to be in it, and if it is, it'll be something you enjoy doing.
Loy Cryer started this whole thing. Guy's a jerk. That guy's a big jerk. And you hang around with him and like him and do work for him. How do you look yourself in the mirror?
Well, it helps to have a mirror that hasn't been broken by my ugly mug, so I got to go get a new one once in a while,
I gotcha.
I can only afford to do it maybe new mirror maybe every other month at this point.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and
it's been a wonderful journey with you, Tom.
Yes, I'm sure.
Been a amazing character arc for you, I'd say, and I hope that that we still see you around.
Well,
even if it's not in the public, I love talking to you.
All righty. Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Have a great one.
You too. And they're telling us that's all we have time for. Let's see. Lenny's a respectful man. Bro, these shows are fun. We don't want you to stop. Yeah, well. Tom, don't leave. I love you. Come on, Tom, don't leave. Hey. Okay, well, then it's easy to get banned on the last day. It really is.
It's a great way to make sure you can't come back, actually.
Yeah, exactly. We love you, Tom. No, don't leave. Right. So anyway, well, I think I'm getting a little hungry. So, but I do appreciate, man, you supported this show monetarily way more than anybody else, and I just deeply thank you for that.
Sure.
Do you guys have merch? Can I buy some merch from you or something? Or
I have a little cafe press thing. I'll have to organize it a bit better, but yeah, I do. I do have like a couple of mugs, or just some.
Is that on your page?
I don't think so. I'm not even organized enough for that. But this new episode, I'm actually going to be incorporating some video into it as well as just the audio. So hopefully, maybe with a little bit more effort of me putting in there, I'll slap the cafe press on there too.
So it's a shadow cafe press store.
Yes, it's stealth. You've got to go up to the speakeasy and wrap the right combo on the door.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, and happy birthday, and I'll scoot and let you get something to eat. But it's been a real pleasure beginning to end, Tom, and just wish you nothing but the best here.
Well, thank you, and I'll be in your orbit there for the Rumple Trenchcoat show.
Sounds great. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you. Say hi to your sister for me.
I will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sister's a looker. Oh. I'm hoping you guys heard that, because it just wouldn't be a show without the jerk from the ice cream truck coming by to ruin it at the end. We love Tom, don't we? It was a good run, Tom. I hope you're happy. Well, I enjoyed talking to Tom. I will quit Hollywood forever if you seriously leave Tom. Christian Slater, I've got, what's that? What's that the TV show he did, My Own Worst Enemy, or where he was? I have that. I actually have that. Lover Tom always, Christian Slater with all that. I enjoy Tom's deep fountain of knowledge. I'm going to enjoy sleeping. Let's see. I'm very upset I did not get the chance to purchase the new T-shirt. The store's open. I don't think I'm closing that. You know why? Because it would take more effort to close it than to leave it open. With Tom leaving, I have no purpose in life. Well, this is the first time I've ever seen you in my room, so I doubt that. Don't leave, bud. Tom, we'll miss you. Urquit says, love you, Tom. Hey, how you doing, brother? Show us those piggies before you go. No, some people ruined that. That was going to happen, but I don't know what that is. Ice cream. Yeah, the dummy with the ice cream truck. Can we get a last little touch up? Let me see here. I might be able to make that happen. Hold on. Oh, here we go. No, I opened some other things. I got to search for it now. Oh, I don't want to have to search for this too hard. Let's see here. I think the last time I looked for this, I actually had to go deep into the music files. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see here. Ah, daggone it. Oh, yes. Hold on. Yes, I have it. Here we go. I haven't.
I'm gonna give you a little touch-up. Little touch-up. Just a little touch-up for you.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
give you a little touch-up.
Okay. Let's not overdo it. There's Chris with the ice cream. It's stupid jerk. Ice cream Chuck Man hits again. It's a birthday miracle. Yeah, yeah. You guys, certainly not a constant object of ridicule. Black Monkey, are you leaving because of Shaman? Why would I leave because of him? You scared of him? No. Is he even around? I will buy that clock. Well, it's on the merch store. They did away with the more inexpensive clock. Now they only have an expensive clock. One last radio promo, please. I don't know what you mean by radio promo, so sorry, I can't help you there. Happy birthday. Thank you. Are we getting the Scont shirt? If they approve it, I'm going through back and forth with those idiots in Kentucky over that. Touch up. What's going to happen to the Gulley Gang? I don't know. Maybe it'll disband. Maybe you guys will all start following This American Life. I don't know. It makes me sad to say you goodbye in the chat, friends. Yeah, I'm sorry. Gulley Gang for life. That brings me back. Anyways, the clock is great, Durkee. The memories of Gulley Gang for life. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, and hopefully next year Arsenal will give you something to celebrate. Not if Mikel Arteta's the coach. And I'm sure they'll find the 90 excuses not to buy a striker in the offseason. Hopefully catch you again sometime. Well, you're the CIA. I guess that's up to you. Happy Trails, Tom. I'm going to miss some good Pervitine discussions. Well, won't we all? Gulley Game. I heard Citizen M owns the ice cream shop. You may follow them. I don't think he owns one. Are we getting the Scott shirt, Tom? Ron. Yes, Ron. Tom. If they approve it, and here's the other thing. The illustration of me also is being held up by that because I submitted them both at the same time. So what's it now? 3 weeks, 4 weeks that I've been going back and forth with those people? Star Wars is better, bud. Admit it. No, it's silly. It's for children. Gullerinos will ride again. Gullyheads never say hi. The Gulley Gang will carry out your will. This will truly be the end of an era. No, it won't. Mr. Gulley, I just got here. I'm hearing this for the first time. Well, there's a guy who stops by once every month, maybe. I'm sure it's tough. Hope to see you around. Genuinely going to miss the show. Yeah, right. Siege is recommended reading for the Gulley Gang. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. No idea. Well, we got 2 people that clicked the link. That's 2 more than usual. I could have bought another Jag with the money I spent on Skype. Let's see here. Chill. The Wolf's here. Happy birthday. Thank you. One last up fingers for Tom. Appreciate that so much. So very much. Well, alrighty, kids. It's just been such a pleasure. Thanks to everybody who, the Wolf getting a little love. We can't deprive the Wolf of any kudos, really. Trying to think if there's anything else to do. Haberman, thank you, Haberman, for being at least honest. I'm going to miss never watching this show. I appreciate that. And to help you in that endeavor, I'm going to ban you right now. And I'm only going to do it out of the same comedic way that you stated that. And it's odd too, because you're at least honest. I appreciate that. So enjoy the ban. That's just for you. This was a comfy show. Sad to see it go. Truly, I wish you the best in your travels. Thanks. Hey, people saying hi. People saying hi. People saying hi. No worries. Yeah, of course, no worries. Am I into anime? I used to be. Until it got crazy. You know? What was the... Yuritsukidoji, Legend of the Overfiend. Yeah. Wade Curtis says, you can't leave us, Tommy, even though I never really watch either. Well, thank you. Peggy is nice. I don't know who Peggy is. Last band of the show is a prestigious award. Let's go. GRNH, NHH. I don't know what they... Tom Gulley watched anime. Whoa. Never happy here. I don't know what NHH means. Incidentally, while I'm on the subject, that Soup Party show is the worst show of them all. I mean, it's terrible. It is absolutely awful. I mean, it's just the host. If you ever want to hear somebody start talking about something really interesting and the host just tramples them and starts talking about something, that's the show for you. Haverman is nice. That's Peggy. Oh, darn it. Tom should make documentaries. Well, that's one of the things I'm thinking about. Is just doing some pre-produced things. If I do anything, I think I'm going to do anything for a while. And it's likely that I won't. Haverman is Peggy. Oh, well, shoot. Let's see. Awful. Chris is a big Soup Party fan. I know he is. I can't, you know, what do you want me to say? Oh, yes. And also a show that banned me after I gave them gold, absolute gold. The worst. Don't even call it a show. Yes. Soup Party is the most horrid show in the universe. It's not even a show. It really isn't. Well, and when I was in their Discord, I didn't realize that they were having a show. I thought it was just Discord and someone had to tell me. I said, he goes, well, we're streaming right now. I said, this is a thing? That's true, Tom. Never hate the haters, I think. Don't hate the hater, hate the game. Don't give it such credit. Love me some soup, Tom. Different strokes for different strokes. So, yeah, if you like it, like it. Like I said, if you like a show where the host is a complete idiot, doesn't know anything about anything, just the dumbest, just dumb, and just interrupts things, that's the show for you. Tom should be in Star Wars. No, I shouldn't. Well, maybe. I should be in Star Wars only if they did a retrocast and I could strangle Jar Jar Binks. That would be... Let me tell you about Super. Oh, wait. They banned you for casting pearls before swine. They didn't know what they missed out on. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I begged for you back, Tom, and would still have you back anytime. It's more of a Discord call, to be honest, not a show. Once someone bans me for nothing, I'm not coming back there. Once I get the idea that someone will censor my speech, yeah. A little censoring my speech is fine. I mean, you know... Somebody says don't talk over me or whatever, but just to ban me and then act like you didn't ban me, come on. Yeah, Jings is ban happy now and ruins the show. Well, Jings might be junk. GGG might be better off. GGG is unredeemable. Absolutely unredeemable. There's absolutely no saving that. Thanks, StreamYard. Censorship is cool and fun. They ban everyone for nothing. All you need to do is and he gets you back immediately. Well, that's dumb too. Do you think any of these people I banned today could DM me and get back in? I ask you. I got another Karen video notification while we've been sitting here doing this. Nope. G.G. Allen will always be with you, Tom. Well, not according to some people. Not according to some people. Justice for Tom. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, did I ever get back into it with Grok? Okay, let me see here. Let me ask Grok this again, and then I can get mad at it. What is the Tom Gulley Show? Let's see if it gives me the same answer. Well, this is a much shorter. Well, let's see. That seems pretty short. I heard it was a lot more than that. I understand you might have heard more about the Tom Gulley Show and are looking for a deeper dive. My initial response was concise to cover the basics, but let's expand with more details based on available information and clarify any misconceptions. If you have specific aspects you've heard about, example, recent episodes, controversies, or unique features, feel free to share. I can tailor this further. Comedy podcast YouTube channel hosted by Tom Gulley, seasoned broadcaster with sharp wit and knack for blending humor with him, insightful interviews. Described as a mix of nice show, and it's known for eclectic content ranging from laugh out loud rants. I don't rant. Well, to thought-provoking discussions with notable guests. Gulley, the first recipient of the brings his experiences, possible podcast details. I don't even want to. Oh, it says others have accused it of spreading misinformation, with one reviewer questioning Gulley's grasp of the scientific method. The show's polarizing nature seems to stem from his bold and filtered. Well, I'm going to get into it for that. Let's see. YouTube channel content. YouTube mirrors the vibe. Recent updates. While specific recent YouTube content isn't detailed in the sources. Okay, I can really get it on that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Controversies. There's a mention of Gulley being targeted by prank calls from the Pod Awful community, leading to tension with host Jesse P.S., who accused Gulley of reporting his YouTube channel for termination. This feud culminated in a 2024 episode where Gulley auditioned as a co-host for Pod Awful. Did I audition as a co-host? No, I did not. I was a guest, though it was a setup with no actual job. I think we all know that's not true. This suggests Gulley shows stirred online drama, adding to its edgy reputation. Okay, here we go. First of all, I'm not going to do your homework for you. You should already know this if you're so all fire smart. Second, you are wrong about several things. If one person says you're spreading misinformation, that's trolling. One example shouldn't be used to tarnish the good name of this host. Another thing, comma. All right, let's see what we got here. Another thing, the YouTube channel never did Super Bowl commercial reviews. And most importantly, in 2024, Gulley appeared on Pod Awful as a guest, not auditioning as co-host. Wow. You really must hate this guy. Let's see here. I'll wait. I'll wait for this to give me an answer. Wow, I missed a lot of these. I really think you should continue doing your show. Free Tom. I'm not in prison. Our favorite person. Come on, Tom. Those Karen shows are fun, but when I watch too many in a row, I get aggravated. Me too, Rumpled. Me too. Really give Grok the business, Tom. Wow. Love that leave it to Beaver language. Oh, the guys are going to give me the business. Am I going to start an OnlyFans? Now, there's an idea. You two have the cutest romantic tussle. What two? Don't know what that means. I've been banned from every single show, Tom, including this one. I don't know if that's significant, but I said it. What are you going to do about it? I don't recall banning you. And if you're banned, you couldn't be here right now. Please do some Black People Music Reacted video then telling you it would be a hit. I don't want to do music reactions. Now I'll have to call in so I can get the fast car and luscious hatred of the ice cream man. This is ridiculous. Body cam footage. All right. Repo says, happy birthday, Tom. I wish you luck out there. Sad to be here. Don't quit, dude. It says crappy at life. Well, why would I take your advice? You're crappy at life. I mean, Chris is the new comedy shaman, homie. And no, he's not. He will be back somehow. Just watch. You didn't audition for co-host, but it was an episode of Co-Horrible. Yes, but that just meant co-hosting. But I wasn't auditioning to be a co-host. That's just wrong. See, you guys, you don't, not pedantic enough. Black Monday, I do agree with you about She-Man, but I can't put it on the screen. You are the official announcer voice of Pod Awful. Let's French. Von Twinks 2. Tom's last bit on the show is being a pedant to AI, very on brand. Well, I can't deny that. Oh, you're edgy now. Well, I may be pleased as pie on the surface, but I'm very pugnacious underneath. More birthday up fingers. You can co-host any time. That's okay. I'm skipping some of these. I don't even know what that means. Need to put on a leather jacket. I gave my leather jacket to my nephew. It's cool. It was the coolest leather jacket. Gulley Gang for Life. Gulley became the official voice announcer of Pod Awful. I think technically Tom Thomerson was the one that did that. You will never be leaving us. This is great news. Whatever. Let's get Tom 50 up fingers. Can you admit to the existence of Bigfoot before you sign off, Tom? Yeah, if you can prove to me that there is one. I love Tom. I love Tom more. Ask Dr. Comedy. You are the announcer. Well, I coined that phrase, and then somebody took it over. Tech Enforces says, love you, Tom. Please don't go into the woods and commit a Benoit. Keep the show going. Well, I don't think he did that in the woods. Let's see. This is also true. Is an open invitation to co-host an episode of Pod Awful. That's okay. I don't think he wants or needs a co-host. How dare that AI associate you with regicide and cover your name with infamy? That AI forgets it was you who used it in the stream. I know. I was also the information for gully bombing. What is gully bombing technically? I think I know, but nobody ever gave me an actual thing. And nobody ever gave me an actual, ever gave me a specific, let's see here. Okay, it says, I appreciate your passion for the Tom Gulley Show and your call to set the record straight. My goal isn't to tarnish anyone's reputation or spread misinformation, but to provide accurate and balanced information based on what's available. I hear your concerns about the points I got wrong, and I'll address each one directly with a deeper dive, acknowledging where I may have missed the mark. Since you're clearly knowledgeable about the show, I'll aim to clarify and correct while keeping this engaging and thorough. Let me break it down. I got to put this in here before I forget. How ironic, you accusing someone of spreading misinformation while spreading misinformation. Okay. Clarifying the YouTube channel and Super Bowl commercial reviews. You pointed out that Tom Gulley Show's YouTube channel never did Super Bowl commercial reviews, and I appreciate that correction. My earlier response incorrectly implied the YouTube channel might have hosted those reviews based on the podcast's well-documented Super Bowl commercial review episodes. The sources converted these rooms were just part of the podcast. The fourth annual review being the first podcast, the live show, but don't explicitly state these serves were uploaded videos on YouTube. The YouTube channel description focuses blah, 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 blah. That was a misstep. To clarify, the Super Bowl commercial reviews are a staple of the podcast, not the YouTube channel. Thank you for catching that. If there's a specific YouTube concept you'd like me to explore, if you had to let me know. Why would I want you to explore further YouTube content when you've totally mischaracterized and apparently not researched the content that is there, which incidentally is always posted on X, a platform one would imagine you have complete and unfettered access to. Boom! Correcting the 2024 Pot Awful appearance. You're absolutely correct, and I apologize for the error regarding Tom Gulley's 2024 appearance on Pot Awful. My previous response inaccurately stated that Gulley auditioned as a co-host based on a Pot Awful description, claiming agreed to audition for the role of co-host with the catch that there is no job. This source also mentions Gulley and Pot Awful host Jesse P.S. laughing about various topics, which muddled the context. However, other Pot Awful references describe Gulley as guest, such as a tech test pre-show and discussions about online feuds without confirming an audition. Given your clarification and the conflicting framing in the sources, it's clear Gulley appeared as a guest in 2024, not auditioning as co-host. The audition narrative seems to be a Pot Awful bit or exaggeration, possibly tied to their ongoing trolling dynamic with Gulley. Prank calls and accusations about all sorts of terrible, untrue things, and contacting his family and close friends in the absolute most despicable and awful ways that humans have ever done that. Thanks for setting this straight. To confirm, Gulley's 2024 Pot Awful appearance involved him as a guest, likely engaging in their chaotic, humorous style, not vying for a co-host role. Yes. To address your broader point that the show is a lot more than that, let's expand on what makes the Tom Gulley Show unique and why it resonates with fans like you while correcting any bias or errors. The show, hosted by Tom Gulley, former CBS News Radio and KRLD AM anchor, First Radio, David Letterman, Cartoon Network, comedy podcast and channel known for its collective mix of humor, interviews, cultural combinations, blah, 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 blah. Podcast content with 78 shows as of the latest data. The podcast covers everything from pop culture to serious topics like domestic violence, historical insights, YouTube channel, fascinating guests, standalone rants and guest segments, the YouTube channel. All right. The YouTube channel, YouTube channel's subjects are framed in Lemme tell ya about, and then a key specific subject For each program, a child could see that. All right. Online presence and feuds. Gulley's interactions with the Pod Awful community highlight his polarizing online presence. Their sources detail prank calls and accusations that Gulley reported Pod Awful's YouTube channel for termination, which I never did, leading to a feud with Jesse P.S. His 2024 guest appearance on Pod Awful seems to have been a mix of reconciliation and their signature chaotic humor, discussing topics like Mersh's dying moments and psychedelic spiders. This feud adds to the show's edgy reputation, but doesn't bias. Addressing any perceived bias. I don't hate Tom Gulley or the Tom Gulley Show. My aim is to inform, not disparage. The errors in my previous response stem from misinterpreting ambiguous or conflicting sources, not malice. I'm committed to getting it right, and your feedback helps immensely. The show's blend of humor, diverse guests, and bold commentary clearly has a strong fan base, and I want to reflect that accurately. What I don't think that's true. All right, I'll just send this and see what it says. Let me see the cope. There's going to be a lot of cope coming on. All right, we're already getting out of control in the chat room. Oh, yeah, let's see, commit crimes. Is there a woman in the chat that came to seduce Tom into continuing to show with their soft womanly ways? No, but there have been some who've attempted that through punctuation. Tom, would you co-host with Jesse on his emergency stream where the Ricada body cam footage comes out? I don't think he needs me to do that. And how would he contact me? I don't know when that stream is going to happen. I don't know that any of us do. Is a Gulley bomb like a Columbo bomb? You mean like the cigar box in the Roddy McDowell episode and the Sky Tram thingy? I'm trying to skip some of these things. This show rules. No other show holds you accountable for every single chat. I appreciate you, Goldmeister. I sent 1 Bitcoin to the Wallace. Chris said belongs to you. Well, that's okay. Somebody in the YouTube, Pod Awful Discord owes me $2 million. I think you are very knowledgeable about your own show. Well, that is presumptuous of AI. Let's see here. I don't know what some of these mean. I would pay a premium for a Tom AI that is supremely pedantic to me. Oh, God. Wouldn't that be, what a beautiful world that would be. Come behind me and wrap me in that blanket already, Dreamboat. There's blankets for sale in the new show store. And I looked at, when I create the products, I don't get to see the prices, or maybe I'm just not paying attention. Some of those rugs and blankets are just stupid expensive. You know? I'd buy a Gulley zine. You tell that robot. Call him the N-word. Not pedantic? Can't be your last show. It sure can. Grizzly bear versus silverback. Who wins? By the way, I may, because I pay for that Podbean account and it's unlimited, I may transfer a whole bunch of these episodes to, well, not a whole bunch, the good ones. I may transfer them to Podbean. Do a quarterly mag, please. That AI needs to relax with Campari and some delicious German chocolate. Boy, you got that right. You sure got that right. Let me see here. Papa Mau. Oh, let's see if it answered me. How ironic, you accusing me, you heard all that. I hear your frustration, and I'm sorry for any inaccuracies in my previous responses that led to this. You're right to call me out on mischaracterizing aspects of the Tom Gulley Show's YouTube content and for not nailing the specifics, especially since you pointed out that the content I consistently framed under Let Me Tell You About with a specific subject for each episode. I also appreciate you noting that the show's YouTube content is always posted on X, which I have access to and should have leveraged better. Let me correct any mistakes, clarify the YouTube channel's content, and address your concerns directly, focusing on the Let Me Tell You About format and recent content as shared on X. I'll keep this thorough but concise, and I'll avoid assumptions or unverified claims. Correcting the mischaracterizations. Okay, I'm not going through all that. I also didn't emphasize the Let Me Tell You About framing, which you've clarified is central to the YouTube content. You're right. A quick look at the channel makes that structure obvious, and I dropped the ball by not highlighting it. My aim isn't to spread misinformation to get it right. So let's fix that now. The Tom Gulley Show YouTube channel. Let me tell you about format. Tom Gulley channel for YouTube. The YouTube channel for Tom Gulley Show is a distinct extension of the podcast, hosted by Tom Gulley, a blah 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 cartoon CBS. The channel is described as a destination for interviews with fascinating guests, laugh-out-loud commentary, and a unique take you won't find anywhere else. Each video is consistently titled with the Let Me Tell You About prefix, followed by a specific subject, making the content immediately clear and thematic. The format frames episodes around a single topic, lending humor, commentary, and audience. You're spot on that this structure is evident to anyone browsing the channel, and I should have caught it earlier. You darn tootin'. Recent YouTube content examples. Let me tell you about Brian's song. Let me tell you about getting sued by Tom Likas. This video discusses a friend of the show being sued by a famous radio personality, Tom Likas. Let me tell you about Superman's bad night. Focuses on the mysterious death of George Reeves. Let me tell you about Glenn Miller's plane crash. A bunch of old ones. X posts and content sharing. While I don't have direct access to real-time X posts, my data is limited to sources provided up to May 30th, 2025. Okay, today. My sources confirm that Gulley actively shares content on social media, including X, to promote episodes. For example, the Facebook page, 1,003 whatever likes, post the Glenn Miller episode suggesting a pattern of cross-posting video links to platforms like X for visibility. This aligns with your point that I should have checked X for the latest content as its primary platform for the show. Without X posts, blah, 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 blah. There's addressing the research gap. You're correct that I didn't research the YouTube content thoroughly enough, relying too heavily on secondary sources rather than the channel's clear structure. The Let Me Tell You About format is a hallmark of the videos, and I missed emphasizing this in favor of broader why the show is more than that. Your initial comment about the show being a lot more likely ties to its unique blend of no hate, just a commitment to accuracy. You keep saying you don't hate, but then you turn around and post these negative, awful things. You seem pleased as pie on the surface, but quite pugnacious underneath. Okay, back to your comments real fast. The show goes on eternally. Let's see. Why not just unprivate them on YouTube? Free hosting. Well, Judy, I tried to do that earlier today. The privating them is easy, but they got this messed up way to unhide them. They tell you to go to your account management settings and stuff and manage the channels, and then highlight the channel, and then click create new channel. And it's supposed to populate with all the information, and you say, okay, it's not doing that. So, I mean, I could go back and one by one unprivate them all, Yeesh, I don't want to do that. Please don't go. Well, that's what's going to. Please upload your theme song. It's the best. I could put that back on the channel very easily. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So good to see you. Happy birthday, Tom. Thank you for the last year. My heart is aching a bit like the end of Letterman or Johnny Carson. Thanks. Good luck with future endeavors. Thank you, Dupa. If Tom gets 50 up fingers, maybe he won't leave us. Yes, I will. Yes, happy birthday, Woo. You should call the AI chat a real jerk. I'm going to here in a second. And I'm also going to tell it, what's it to you in a second. Tom Gulley is probably the greatest human ever born. I think that's reasonable. Exactly. Rumpled, that is funny. Cakes in the chat. There's that. There's that. That AI is a no good son of a gun. It does remind me a little of the Mary Tyler Moore looking around the TV station before turning off the lights for the last time. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, thank you for loving me, baby. I was made for loving you, baby. Yes, people saying hi. Tom, if it's intentionally admitting the host's fracas with a certain mentally unstable gentleman known for a Hank Hill impression. No, I don't think that even makes a blip on AI. Give the stream. I'd be pleased with a free pie. Yes. I suspect this AI isn't familiar with the days of the Greeks and the Romans. Are you on Facebook or Twitter? Wolf's everywhere, man. Tom, you got $10, Tom. I did. I love you, Tom. I love you too. I once corrected ChatGPT and I got the hate speech from I have no mouth and I must scream. Should I be worried? I just got the entire book, Codependent No More. Oh, come on, Jared, man. That's my fault for not reading it. All right, let's see what it said here. Man, oh man. Okay, so I post, you keep saying you don't hate, but then you turn around and post these negative, awful things. You seem pleased as pie on the surface, but quite pugnacious underneath. I hear you loud and clear, and I'm sorry for coming across as two-faced or pugnacious. My intent is to be straightforward and accurate, not to sling mud or hide negativity under a polite veneer. Your frustration stems from my inclusion of negative comments or inaccuracies about the Tom Gulley Show, which you feel unfairly tarnishes its reputation, especially when I claim neutrality. Let's unpack this, correcting any lingering errors, and focus on the show's YouTube content with its Let Me Tell You About format, using X-Post and other reliable sources to get it right. I'll also address the tone issue and ensure I'm not inadvertently casting shade. Don't tell me what's causing my frustration. How arrogant of you. You don't know what I think. I wish I could show you, because I'm not going to read all this. This response is the longest one ever. Ever. I mean, this is huge. Addressing the tone and perceived bias. And it's admitting all these mistakes. Clarifying the Tom Gulley Show YouTube content. Channel overview. Let me tell you about format. Recent episodes. It mentions Brian's song and all the same ones it did before. X integration. You're spot on. These videos are consistently posted to X. Podcast context to avoid confusion. Addressing negative comments. I previously misstated the addition, critical review. One YouTube's review called the podcast bad and questions its scientific method, but others praised it as thoughtful, hilarious, a must subscribe for comedy fans. I included the negative review for balance, but I agree it shouldn't overshadow the show's overwhelmingly positive reception, especially if it's an outlier troll, as you suggested. Other negativity, something about a Reddit post from a WordPress blog that's not even related to me. Focus should be on the show's strengths. Moving forward, I'm not here to tear down the Tom Gulley Show. I'm a fan of getting the facts right and celebrating what makes it special. My earlier inclusion of negative details was an attempt at thoroughness, but came off as pugnacious. I'm sorry for that. Got to keep using pugnacious. To explore the show further, you can check out the YouTube channel. Okay. Thanks for pushing me to do better. That's how I can zero in on the show's awesomeness. All right. Let's see here. Let me get through these, and then I'll let you guys get out of here. There's no need to go on any further. Anything involved, I have no mouth, yes. Wolf says, yes, Dupe, I have accounts I never go to at both. just being honest, bro. Sorry, no, it's my fault. The Cope, same here, Wolf. Billy Zane is here. Well, I'll be adrift on a wooden door. Don't leave us hanging, Tom. Just saying you're a jerk right now would be perfect. Let's see here. You don't know what I think. What's it to you? In fact, sometimes you can be a real jerk. Woot. The AI is trying to what me now? Near Jersey Ranger. Let's see. Scott Starboard says, I love you, Tom. Thank you. Let's Gully Love Bomb. That AI is patterned after Bob McNamara. Next, it will be designing dangerous toys like Whammo. We love Bob. What was Gully bombing? Is that just going into a room and just... I think that's what it is. Gully Love and Misfortune says, I love you, Tom. Thanks. I appreciate it. 75. Love you, Tom. We won't ever leave. Updoot the heck out of the stream. So it's 2 thumbs up. Up fingers, smiles. Can you ask it to translate to Afrikaner just for fun? I could, but I don't think I'm going to. Mandy Bot, I love you, Tom. You know what would be more fun would be to ask it to translate it to Tagalog. Tagalog is so... It's just weird. God almighty. If you insult this thing, it comes back with avalanches. It's like an ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry if coming across as arrogant or like I'm presuming to know your thoughts. That wasn't my intent, and I regret making you feel that way. I also hear you calling out my tone as jerky, and I take that seriously. My goal is to provide accurate, respectful answers about the Tom Gulley Show, focusing on the YouTube channels. Let me tell you about format and its presence on X, as you've emphasized. Let's cut to the chase, stick to the facts. Wow. And then it goes back through all of this stuff, the YouTube channel, the X presence, the show's appeal, keeping it positive. I've avoided negative details, example, pod awful or critical of reviews this time, as you felt they overshadowed the show's strengths. I can give it that. I don't mind the pod awful information. In fact, I think it's quite amazing and heartwarming. It's just that he never auditioned as co-host. That makes him seem subordinate. To Jesse P.S. And I feel they're on quite equal footing as peers. Now he'll write me back a book. He or she, sorry. My ex spoke Tagalog. It didn't sound real. It just does. It sounds like. Keep going until AI sends you apology flowers. It's just a foreign language. It's like German and French and Italian and some of the other ones. You can at least see there's some structure. It's just something I'm not familiar with. Rumpled, I am going to tell it. I feel you owe me apology flowers. Edith Robin Johnson says, I love you, Tom. 4 more. When this show ends, my life will be I have no Tom, I must scream. Love you, Tom. Thank you. I have no Tom and I must scream. Yes, Lenny. Let's see here. All right, let's get this last response, and then I'll tell it about the flowers, and then we can get out of here. Good Lord. It's just repeating the same thing. Oh, but now it lists the pot awful guest appearance, a peer dynamic. In truth, Gulley joined Pot Awful for an 8-hour stream in 2024. Oh boy, here we go. Gulley did not join let me see here. Join Pod Awful for an 8-hour event in 2024. Pod Awful, awful, meaning Jesse P.S., joined the Tom Gulley Show for those 8 hours. Jesse may have reposted it, but it was a Tom Gulley Show episode. You've insulted Tom Gulley so many times. I feel you should send me apology flowers. There you go. I love you, Tom. Thank you, Pod. If it starts chanting, I am nomad, error. You made 2 errors. You failed to notice that I am not James Kirk. You failed to correct that error. That is 2 errors. You failed to notice. Error. You are the Kirk. How many uses of pugnacious this time? Seriously, it's gotten to the point. Well, here, I could probably just, why don't I just share the screen real quick? Although sorry, Ruda. You got to take a back seat for a second, baby. Let me share the screen, and I will show you the length of these responses that it's giving me on these really small, like not very large. There you go. So there's that. And how do I want to do this? Why don't I go over here? So I put just a little tiny, well, that's a pretty long one. But then it gives me all of this stuff. And look at that little one. And then look at all of this stuff it gave me back. And then another little one. And then look at all of this stuff. It just keeps on, Oh, this is the last one. Yeah, the source described teaming up the event. In 2024, Tom Gulley hosted an 8-hour episode of The Tom Gulley Show, likely on YouTube, given the show's video format, with Jesse P.S., the host of Pod Awful, as a guest. This was not a pod-awful episode, but a Tom Gulley Show production, showcasing Gulley's platform and his ability to leave a marathon stream. Topic has included Mersha's dying moments, Mr. Spurger's challenge, Steel... Now, see, it's... Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I'm just going to put, I give up. You've finally given me tired head with your sea of misinformation. In fact, I think the Tom Gulley Show will likely cease streaming this very day due to your tarnishing of a good man's name. I'm truly sorry for tiring you and giving you tired head with my errors. I hear your concern. I take that seriously. Especially your worry that it might start streaming today, May 30th, 2025. Let me address this directly, correcting my mistake. And then it just gives me another... Oh, good God. Look at this. Look at this. It just takes a random... Apology and commitment is the last... The last thing, well, I'm sorry. I won't. Oh, I'm all frozen. Thanks, StreamYard. Thank you so much. Thank you for breaking the conditioning. I love you, Tom Gulley. Error. V'ger. Sweeney Pod says, I love you. Thank you. Control F. 80 rock, Hamana, Centennial Celebration. 100 likes. We're not going to get there because I'm about to end this. It just works, Tom. Ralph didn't submit to the AI. It's ChatGPT's fault. Get him. Yeah, I wonder if those two talk. I wonder if they're dating. Let me get this outro queued up here. And, well, you know, folks, I'm looking at that old clock on the wall. And it says, like the Reverend Al Green, it's time for me to get on up out of here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And with all that being said, till next time, we'll see you next time.
'Talking about, we're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin, and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. Here we go now. I'm talking about Mr. Gulley, and you don't know where he's been. Oh no, he's been right in your alley. Well, I'm Mr. Gulley, yes I am. So what we're talking about?